Hey guys, YouTube Bird Hunter here. Alright, and now here I am with another sports movie review. And here I am now with a review for Space Jam. So, now, I've watched this movie like so many times since I was a little kid. And yeah, I have really just always loved this film. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure if you're like around like my age, you probably did watch this film quite a lot growing up, and yeah, and you probably really do love this film as well because this film has just gotten like a really big fan base over the years. I know like this film really didn't do really like that well with critics when it came out. Yeah, yeah, you may remember like several years ago, I did like have this film in that list that I did of the 10 films that critics don't like but audiences do. Yeah, because yeah, this film just yeah, it really like wasn't like very successful with critics, and plus, yeah, Nostalgia Critic has also reviewed this film. It was actually like one of the very first videos that he ever did, and yeah, he didn't like the film either. Hilder. Yeah, I don't know if maybe like that's just because maybe just this film really was like past his time. It's kind of like how he feels about Power Rangers. Just because yeah, he said that really he didn't enjoy Power Rangers, but he has like gone on record saying that really was because like it was really past his time and really wasn't intended for him. And yeah, that could be the case with this film as well. This film was probably like past his time. Yeah, he like was just said that in his review that he didn't really find like this film to really be that funny, and he just really didn't find the acting very good. And yeah, and he just like gone on like how like some of the flaws that this film does have. Like I remember like one point that he made was that just saying that a lot of the shots in this film just like has just all extreme close-ups, and yeah, I can kind of like understand his complaint about that because yeah, just like this film really does have like a lot of like extreme close-ups in it, and yeah, that can kind of get a little annoying to watch. But it really is like a nitpick. It doesn't really take away like any of my enjoyment of the films. But yeah, Nostalgia Critic has just like said that he's really not the biggest fan of this film, though. Yeah, in that film, in that video that he did, where he like was like kind of just recapping like all the Looney Tunes movies, he did kind of like a kind of like go on records and just saying that really this film really does have like some positive things about it. Like he was just saying that it's like kind of enjoyable to see like cliches this movie has done, and yeah, he just has like kind of like said some stuff like not really like being as negative on the film as he was in his original review for that. Yeah, if you want to like hear what he really does have to say about the film after like all the years since like he made his original review, yeah, you can go watch that video of his where he talked about like all the Looney Tunes movies. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, getting back to like my review for the movie. Yeah, I really do like the movie a lot. I've watched it like so many times ever since I was a kid, like I said, and I even did get the opportunity to actually see this film in the theater just this past January. So yeah, so I am glad that I really did get the theater experience with this film. Yeah, and I just really do like the film a lot. Yeah, I'm sure just about all of you know what the premise of this film is. Just yeah, Michael Jordan like comes to the Looney Tune world and he plays basketball with them. Yeah. So yeah, just yeah, and yeah, and I really do enjoy the film. Yeah, as a kid, I just really did love the Looney Tunes. Like, yeah, as a kid, Looney Tunes was really one of my favorite shows ever, and yeah, even now it really is still like one of my favorite cartoons of all time. So yeah, and so yeah, I of course I really did like want to watch this movie yeah, as a kid because I love the Looney Tunes, and yeah, and it just was like really enjoyable to watch. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, of course, the film does star Michael Jordan playing himself. Yeah, this film is like set during like his like first retirement run from basketball. Oh yeah, and this was like, of course, like during the time where he did where he played baseball. Well, at least he tried to play baseball. Of course, like we know how that turned out. Yeah, yeah, and this film also does like stars. Well, it does also feature like other famous basketball players and like just sportscasters and just yeah, it features like just yeah, it features like uh players and coaches and just people associated with the NBA as well as some sportscasters. Like this film also does have like stars like Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Muggsy Bogues, Larry Johnson, Sean Bradley. It has Larry Bird. Heard it also does feature Bill Murray, and it also has Jim Rome and Ahmed Rashad have appearances in this film, and it features like some like several other her NBA and just like a sports casters. Yeah, like people associated with the NBA and some sportscasters just like playing themselves in this film. Yeah, so it does like feature like a lot of people like associated with just sports, I guess I will just say, playing themselves in this film. Yeah, but it also does like have some other cast members in this film as well. Like it has a Wayne Knight, right, Teresa Randall, well, Tom Barry, Harry, and it has like some other like people in like playing actual characters in this film and not just like as themselves. Also, yeah, it does have like people like that. Yeah, and of course, like I said, like this film also does like feature just like pretty much like the entire Looney Tune lineup. Like you have a Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Tweety, Sylvester, Taz, as Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, Elmer Fudd, Porky Pig, Yosemite Sam. Yeah, you just like, yeah, I mean, you name like pretty much it. I mean, go through the Looney Tunes, and yeah, pretty much like they're all in this movie. Yeah, and yeah, this film also does like have Lola Bunny. I'm not sure if like this was actually Lola Bunny's very first Looney Tunes appearance. I don't know if like she was originally created for this film or if she was before what was on, but yeah, Lola Bunny is also in this film as well. So yeah, so it has the entire Looney Tune lineup, yeah, and yeah, and this was also like the first Looney Tunes film that was like made for like over a decade. And yeah, I mean, yeah, Looney Tunes film was made for like the last for over a decade before this film, yeah. But of course, like yeah, Mel Blanc had, of course, like had already died long before this one was made. So yeah, so various voice actors voiced the Looney Tunes in this film. Like the Looney Tunes are voiced by actors like Bill West, D. Bradley Baker, uh, Bill Farmer, Kath Source, and yeah, you also do have like Danny DeVito providing the voice for the main antagonist of the film, Mr. Swackhammer. Of course, like yeah, just about all you do know, like what this is where like he sends like his like alien minions to try to capture the Looney Tunes to bring him back to his amusement park in space. Okay, so Danny DeVito does provide the voice for Swackhammer. Yeah, the film really does have like a pretty big cast of character, a pretty big cast in this film. Yeah, and I do think that overall, like because like most of the people that are in this film really are not like legitimate actors. I do think they do just fine. Like I think Michael Jordan really does do just fine in this film. I mean, I know Nostalgia Critic really did say that Michael Jordan was really like not a really kind of like a bad actor, but I do think he's just fine. I mean, Michael Jordan's still like much better at acting than Shaquille O'Neal is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I guess I should also like bring up that, of course, like Nostalgia Critic also did say in his review for the film that the way that this film really was come about was because it was inspired by like the Nike commercials from like the early '90s with like Michael Jordan and Buddy Bunny in them. So yeah, I guess like Warner Brothers then like got were kind of like inspired by those commercials to really make a movie with Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes together. So yeah, that's kind of like how this film really did come about. Yeah, and yeah, and I really do enjoy the film. I mean, yeah, like I said, I guess like it's really not for everybody. I mean, of course, like it didn't really get the a very good critical reception when it came out, but I mean, yeah, for like younger kids like I was when this film came out and I grew up watching it, yeah, it is like really intended for like a younger audience, and yeah, and if you're like in the age range that I am in or I was in when this film was released, then yeah, you probably will you are likely to get more enjoyment out of the film than like the older generation is like adults that actually were adults when this one came out. It's probably not really for them, but yeah, for like the younger audience, yeah, I think they'll get like more enjoyment out of the film than like the adults will. So yeah, and of course, like this film also does like have a really good soundtrack. I mean, you have like songs like "I Believe I Can Fly." There's the Space Jam theme song. There's "Fly Like an Eagle." There's the like "Get Ready to Rumble" music that's playing as the Looney Tunes are starting to battle back in the basketball game. And yeah, some other songs like that throughout the film as well. And of course, like this film also does like feature the Looney Tunes theme song. Dun 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 dun. So yeah, I guess you can add that to the film's soundtrack as well. Yeah. So yeah, so really just yeah, I mean, just I guess the best way that I can really sum this movie up is just like I mean, if you're part of like a younger generation, you'll get like a lot. You're probably getting get like a lot more enjoyment out of it than like the older generation will. So yeah, I mean, so I guess I just really don't know what to say. Just I mean, yeah, if you're a kid and you like Looney Tunes, then I guess then you'll probably will like this movie. So yeah, so I guess I would probably give this film probably like around 3.25 stars out of 4. I mean, yeah, I really do enjoy the movie, and yeah, I've seen it like so many times ever since I was a little kid, and I probably will like definitely see it like many more times in the future. So yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm already about like 30 minutes into this video, so yeah, let me just get right into the premise of the movie. So the movie opens up in the summer of 1973, and yeah, it just shows like a young Michael Jordan, or like just shooting hoops outside, and then his father, the late James Jordan, yeah, comes out, and then he just like sees like how well Michael is at shooting hoops, and so then yeah, Michael was then just telling his father that he wants to go to the University of North Carolina to play basketball, and then he also then wants to pursue a career in the NBA. But then he also tells his father that once he's done all that, he wants to play baseball like his dad. And yeah, and then yeah, as Michael then like as he and his father were starting to walk inside, like he looked back at the basketball hoop and then like ran back to shoot another hoop, and then you started to see like footage of like Michael Jordan like actually playing in basketball, like his actual like basketball career. Or, yeah, and then it like transitions into like a full montage of just clips of Michael Jordan's like professional basketball career here, and then yeah, it just shows like the title coming on the screen, and yeah, throughout the main the main credits of the film, yeah, you're just like is showing like clips of like Michael Jordan, and like as he plays basketball in North Carolina, and then also eventually makes it to the NBA, and just playing in the NBA, and yeah, it has the Space Jam theme song playing, and yeah, it also shows like moments with like when like he was on the Dream Team in the Olympics that one year, and then yeah, it shows like a just clips of like when he won the NBA championships those 3 times, and yeah, just like various moments of like his career during his first run in the NBA. Yeah, yeah, but then yeah, then it then just cut to like the press conference when Michael Jordan first retired from basketball, and then he also announced that he was going to pursue a career in baseball. Yeah, and then it just ended up like cutting up to like in space. It shows like there's this amusement park, Moron Mountain, that really is not doing very well. People are just like not enjoying themselves. Well, yeah, aliens are not enjoying themselves. Yeah, and so then yeah, the owner of the park, Mr. Swackhammer, was just telling his alien minions and the Nerdlux that they need new attractions, and then yeah, then when he accidentally like turned on some like Looney Tunes cartoons, then and then he then like told the Nerdlux to get the Looney Tunes and bring them up to the park. Yeah, yeah, and then it showed then Michael then like starting to well, yeah, it showed him playing baseball, and he really was not very skilled at baseball. Like he struck out, but yeah, it showed that like the crowd as well as his other teammates were still like still praising and respecting him. And yeah, even when he struck out, like his teammates were still saying that he still looks good when he gets out. And then yeah, then like the team's owner or something was just then telling like the publicist for the team, Stan Podolak, who's played by Wayne Knight, he was telling Stan to make sure that nobody bothers Michael, and he wants Michael to just be the happiest player. Yeah. And then yeah, Stan was basically then just like became like Michael's assistant. And then yeah, he met Michael after like he accidentally fell down to the dugout, and he just introduced himself to Michael and just said that he's there to make his life easier, and he'll just guarantee that nobody will ever bother Michael. And then it showed like the Nerdlucker spaceship flying overhead, and then they like went underground into the Looney Tune world. And then yeah, they and then like uh, came across Bugs Bunny, and yeah, they just told Bugs who they were looking for, and then Bugs was just like asking like if Bugs like had long ears and hopped around and stuff, and he was just telling the aliens that he had never heard of him, but of course like the aliens knew who he was, and then yeah, they captured Bugs, and then later on, then like there was a meeting held in the Looney Tune world where like all the Looney Tunes gathered up, and yeah, then the Nerdlux then just like said that they're all their prisoners, and at first the Looney Tunes were all then laughing, but then like when they ended up zapping Yosemite Sam, then like the all the Looney Tunes then just like put their hands up, but then yeah, Bugs then spoke up and told the Nerdlux that they just can't capture them like that, that they got to give them a chance to defend themselves. And then yeah, as the Looney Tunes then all gathered up together to see like how they could like defend themselves against the Nerdlux to so they couldn't capture them, they then like decided to challenge the Nerdlux to a basketball game, and the Nerdlux accepted the challenge, but yeah, they really didn't know what basketball really was. So then, as Bugs then like played a video like instructing the Nerdlux about basketball, yeah, the video then like said that the National Basketball Association features the best players in the world. And so then the Nerdlux then attended a basketball game between the New York Knicks and the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, they ended up stealing talent from both Charles Barkley and Patrick Ewing. Yeah, and then yeah, during like a sportscast with during a sportscast with Ahmed Rashad, it was also like shown that they had also stolen talent from Muggsy Bogues, Larry Johnson, and Sean Bradley. Though Sean Bradley, I mean, did he actually have any talent to steal? Yeah. And what I find kind of funny about it is, despite the fact that they supposedly stole from the best players in the world, they stole from players that didn't even have a ring. Like, none of the 5 players that they stole talent from even had a championship ring. So, I mean, are they really the best players in the world? Yeah. But yeah, it also showed that, like, there were other basketball players really, like, kind of concerned about, like, what had happened to all the players. Like, it showed, like, that the Lakers really like were like not wanting to like go into the locker room because they felt that there could be bacteria in the locker room that caused the other players to really become the way they are. Yeah, yeah. And then as it showed then the Looney Tunes and the Nerdlux then like practicing basketball, then the Nerdlux then like absorbed all the players' talent that they stole from, and yeah, they've then all turned into like huge monsters that were talented at basketball. Yeah, all yeah. And then the Looney Tunes then just like labeled them as Monstars. Yeah, and yeah, with how big they were now, like they decided they needed some help. So then, as Michael was then playing golf with Larry Bird and Bill Murray, yeah, as Michael teed off his golf ball, the Looney Tunes then like used a magnet to cause Michael's ball to like fall into the hole, and then as Michael reached in to grab his ball, then like a lasso then just like pulled him down, and yeah, Michael got pulled into the Looney Tune world, and then he like met Bugs and all the others, and then yeah, Bugs then just explained their situation to Michael and that they needed his help, but yeah, Michael felt that because he was a baseball player now, he really like couldn't really help them against the Monstars. But then yeah, once Michael then met the Monstars, they then like wanted to see what he had. But Michael just told them that he didn't play basketball anymore, and then yeah, the Monstars then were just like calling Michael chicken and just insulting his pride and stuff. And so then that's when like Michael agreed to play. Yeah. And then yeah, then just like showed that Charles Barkley and all the others that lost their talent, they were like undergoing like medical tests and seeing like a psychiatrist to kind of like see like what had caused them to be the way they are. But yeah, nothing wrong could be found with them. Yeah, and it also showed like Charles Barkley praying in church, saying that he would never swear again and not get another technical, and he would never go out with Madonna again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then yeah, as like Michael and the Looney Tunes were practicing basketball, Lola Bunny then showed up wanting to try out for the team, and yeah, of course like Bugs fell for Lola, and yeah, he wanted to play one on one with her, and Lola did really good, and Michael saw that Lola did have some skills. Yeah. But yeah, Michael, of course, like was not dressed to really play basketball. So then he sent um, Bugs and Daffy back to his house to pick up his basketball gear. And then yeah, it was funny. Like Bugs and Daffy were like going underground to go over to Michael's house. But yeah, when they got right in front of the house, they like went in opposite directions to go inside the house, and then it turned out that Daffy had actually accidentally like gone into like a Michael's dog, Charles's dog house, and yeah, Charles really just decimated Daffy. Yeah, but then yeah, as Bugs and Daffy were searching Michael's house to find his basketball gear. Yeah, Michael's kids then ended up like discovering Bugs and Daffy in the home, and then as they like gathered up Michael's basketball gear, as they were like then look tried to find his North Carolina shorts, then it showed Charles was in like a closet or something with the shorts, and yeah, Charles was like really menacing Bugs and Daffy, just like growling at them, looking like as if he was rabid or something. But before he could actually do anything to Bugs and Daffy, yeah, Michael's kids then like stopped Charles and gave Bugs and Daffy the shorts, and then Bugs and Daffy just told the kids what was going on, and that Michael was going to play a basketball game with them, and just told them not to tell anybody. Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, Stan was then like just spent that entire day after Michael was pulled into the golf hole trying to dig, dig up up around where the hole was to try to find Michael, but of course he couldn't find him. But then and he then like discovered like a Bugs and Daffy heading back to the hole and then jumping inside, and so then yeah, Stan followed, and as Michael now was dressed ready to play basketball, as he was just like practicing his play, just seeing if he remembered how to do it. Then yeah, Stan then appeared, and then yeah, Michael then explained to Stan what was going on, and yeah, Stan just wanted to help Michael. Like on the Looney Tunes, and yeah, Michael allowed Stan to stay and just yeah sat him down on the bench, yeah, and then yeah, there was then like this like small little bit right outside the Great Western Forum, where like the NBA commissioner or something that made an announcement that he until they could like guarantee the health and safety of the NBA players, there'd be no more basketball this season. So yeah, this has kind of like now become kind of like a target for some COVID-19 jokes, right? Yeah. Yeah, but then then you arrived on the night of the game between the Looney Tunes and the Monstars. Yeah, the Looney Tunes team name was the Toon Squad. Yeah, and then then like showed like a Swag Hammer also like was down in the Looney Tune world to watch the game as well. But yeah, he was surprised when he saw Michael Jordan was playing with the Looney Tunes as well. Yeah, I think he just like made a comment. Who is he? A Looney Tune? Yeah, yeah, and then the game was refereed by a Marvin the Martian. Yeah, yeah, and so the Monstars really dominated the first half of the game. Yeah, they just had such a huge lead against the Toon Squad. Yeah, and they just had like such a huge lead by the end of the first half. When the scoreboard just ended up like saying kind of one-sided, isn't it? Yeah. And once the game reached halftime, then Stan was like hiding in the Monstars locker room, and he then like overheard them telling Swaghammer that they stole talent from the NBA. Yeah, but he was eventually discovered. Yeah, and then Stan then like told Michael and the Looney Tunes about the Monstars stealing the NBA players' talent, and so then that's when Michael realized that that's what's wrong with the guys. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then Michael was then just like trying to really motivate the Looney Tunes that even though that they're really down by a lot, they shouldn't give up and they should continue fighting. And Bugs also like gave them persuasion also by like just like using a water bottle and just drinking it, just saying it's like secret stuff that'll make them play good. And then Bugs after Bugs took a swig, like he became like real muscular and stuff, and then all the tunes then just like drank some of it, felt that would really like energize them to really play good against the Monstars, and so then in the second half during the third quarter, then like the Toon Squad just really battled back and then just like had a bunch of like just really used like a bunch of gags against the Monstars. They like stole the ball in goofy ways, and they used like some Acme dynamite to stop the Monstars. They like pulled like their shorts off. They also like had a bull charge at one. Yeah, just like a bunch of like different gags against the Monstars and to battle back. And then the Toon Squad like really battled back up and were only trailing by 2 points. But then Swackhammer then and called for a timeout and was just like asking the Monstars why they didn't go after Michael. And then the Michael then ended up like raising the stakes with Swackhammer, deciding that to make stipulations that if the Toons win, and that like the Monstars will return the NBA players' talent back, but if the Monstars win, then and Michael would be a new attraction for Moron Mountain. Yeah, and then as the game resumed, the Monstars were just really violent and just taking out like all the tunes. From like Wile E. Coyote to Porky Pig to Elmer Fudd to Foghorn Leghorn to Tweety. Yeah, just yeah, it just came down to like Michael, Bugs, Lola, Daffy, and Stan, and that were not injured yet. And then Michael then decided that he had to put Stan in the game. And then when Stan got the ball at one point, the Monstars then just all piled up on him, but Stan was able to make a shot, and he was able to make a basket. But Stan was like totally flattened out like a pancake. And he was stretchered out off of the court. And then Bugs just like told the Michael that due to this being a cartoon world and stuff, like that could happen to anybody, and anything like that could happen to anybody. Yeah, and then you just had like 10 seconds remaining of the game, but Marvin like told Michael that they need a fifth player for the team or else they would forfeit. And then Bill Murray then appeared, because earlier on, like during that golf scene, like Bill was like talking to Michael saying that the NBA has to like see that what's happening to these players is serious and they're going to need some new pairs. And he was all just like really like seemed like he really wanted to try to play basketball for the NBA. And so then here like Bill Murray then like got his opportunity to play basketball. Well, Yeah, and so then as like they heard the play, like yeah, they were on defense, but yeah, Daffy then just like nailed one of the monsters right in the gut, and that allowed the Toons to steal the ball. And then yeah, Bill eventually got a hold of the ball and then pass it over to Michael, and then Michael was able to like fly up into the air here towards the basket, and the monsters tried to pull Michael back, but yeah, with the cartoon physics, Michael was able to like extend his arm far enough to get it into the basket in time. And then yeah, the Looney Tunes ended up getting the win, and then they won the game. Yeah, and then yeah, Michael was like just telling Bill that he was actually impressed by how Bill was playing, and that he does have some skills and may be able to play in the NBA. But then Bill then just decided that he was done and he would like go out on top and retire undefeated and untied. Yeah, and Splackhammer, of course, was like not happy with the Monstars losing. Yeah, and then yeah, Michael then just this like made the Monstars realize that the only reason that they were taking from Swackhammer was because he was bigger than they used to be, and then now with the Monstars bigger, they could like teach a Swackhammer a lesson. And so then they like encased Swackhammer in like a missile, and then just launched him back up to Moron Mountain. But then yeah, then Michael like reminded them that they have to give up the talent. So yeah, Michael had them all touch the basketball, and then yeah, the talent then like was absorbed by the basketball, and they just then were transformed back into the small Nerdlucks. Right, but yeah, then they told Bugs that they didn't want to go back to Moron Mountain because they hated and just asked to stay with the Looney Tunes. And yeah, but then yeah, then like Stan told Michael that he had a baseball game in 5 minutes. So then yeah, Michael then like told said goodbye to the Looney Tunes and left. And then as like then cut to like the ballpark, everyone was just like wanting Michael, and then it then just showed the Nerdluck spaceship then just landing down onto the field, and then yeah, Stan then introduced Michael, and then yeah, Michael walked out of the ship in his baseball uniform, yeah, and then later on, and it showed that Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Muggsy Bogues, Larry Johnson, Sean Bradley were all just in a gym, and then Michael then arrived, and yeah, he then like had the basketball with all their talent in it, and just like I told them that to just touch the ball to get their talent back. So then yeah, they all then put their hands on the ball, and then they absorbed all their talent back up. Yeah, yeah, and then as they all then were just like shooting the ball, then they then just asked Michael to stay to play 3-on-3 with them, and Michael initially said no, and then they were just like saying that Michael just really didn't have it anymore, and he couldn't play basketball anymore. And yeah, then Michael just said there's only one way to find out, and then it just cut to Michael's actual like return to the NBA with the Chicago Bulls when he and yeah, this was of course when he had the number 45. Ugh. Yeah. And then it also showed that Larry Bird and Bill Murray were like sitting front row for that game, and yeah, Bill was just telling Larry that it could have been him, but yeah, Larry just told him to just get off the kick and it's just over and done with. And then yeah, uh, Bill then just said okay and just like said let's go Bulls, yeah, and then it just showed then and Michael Jordan then just like making a slam dunk, and then yeah, then the film rolled to credits, yeah, but then of course like after the credits, then it just showed them like the Looney Tunes end ending foreground, and yeah, Bugs then like of course was in the center saying that's all folks, but then yeah, Porky appeared saying that was his line, then Daffy stopped him and was about to say it, but then yeah, the Nerdlucks then all appeared and said that's all folks, then yeah, Michael then just like lifted it up saying can I go home now, then just put it back down, and then yeah, of course with it being Looney Tunes, then you had like the text that's all folks being written across the screen, and with the Looney Tunes theme song playing. So yeah, it was nice that they like gave it like that Looney Tune style ending like that. Yeah, and that's how it ended. So yeah, so like I said, I mean, it's probably, this film really probably isn't really meant for like older generations, so I don't really think that like people that really were already adults at the time this one came out, well, are probably really going to get that much enjoyment out of it. But yeah, if you're like part of a younger generation, yeah, you really do love this film, and yeah, you probably did get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I know I did, and a lot of other people did as well. So yeah, so really geared more towards a younger audience. So yeah, so really just yeah, it is an enjoyable uh, kid film, I guess. So yeah, so like I said, 3.25 stars out of 4. And now, of course, like we've also got a sequel coming. Yeah, as of right now, the sequel is scheduled for release next summer. This one's titled Space Jam: A New Legacy, and yeah, this film is gonna feature LeBron James this time. Yeah, and I'm not sure who else it will feature. I'm not sure if Michael Jordan will actually like make another appearance in this film, or who else could possibly make an appearance in the sequel. But yeah, hopefully, with it being like all these years later, hopefully this film will turn out okay. We'll just have to wait and see when it comes out. Yeah, yeah, but still, overall, yeah, this is still like a really good movie, and I really do enjoy it. All right, so I guess that's all I can really say about it. All right, so I guess this does it for my review of Space Jam. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.